Hey guys, it's Jen with 2Ns. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to do another 4th of July mani, or patriotic mani, or however you want to say it. I'm going to do another red, white, and blue mani, another USA mani, another America mani. So on my Instagram, I actually do a thing called Mani Repurposed. So what I do is I take a manicure that I already have and I change it. I don't change the entire thing. I just change it up enough to make it look like a brand new mani. So that is actually what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to leave these three and I'm going to change this one out, and I'm debating if I'm going to change this one still. So I just wanted to show you guys what I have on here now so that when we go in for the new mani, then you know what I changed. So I will be right back and we will get started. Okay, so as you can see, I decided to leave this one on there. I'll change this one out probably for the next one. And I have a really pretty dark blue that I want to use for the next America mani. But for this one, in the interest of time, since I want to try to get as many videos done as I can, we'll just keep it as is. So what I want to do for this one, I have some plans for these guys. I got some cool 4th of July stickers that came in the Star Spangled Spark kit from Double Dip. So I will probably, I can't even say that word. I will probably use those on my other fingers. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. I'll just tell you now in case I don't have it on the video. You just file off your top coat and then you can put the sticker on and then re-top coat it. So that is all I will do. What I'm going to do is kind of an ombre effect, except for it's not really going to be an ombre because they're going to be a straight line. What I want to do is do the flag. So I'm going to do red, white, and blue. But we're going to try something here because I definitely don't want to dip my finger into my white powder when I have red on the tip. It's gonna contaminate the rest of my white. So I searched my house for something really little. I'm going to try this. I don't know if it's going to give me the crisp line that I'm looking for. But if, worst case scenario, I mess up my nail and I only ruin just a little bit of my white powder. So it'll all make sense when we get there. But I have already prepped my fingernail and I am ready to go with my peel base. UNT is the peel base that I use. I'm going to start with the red, which is Be Silly. I'm going to try to keep this video short. My last video ended up being way too long. So while I think it's awesome that I am now able to edit videos a lot faster, if my videos turn out longer, then it doesn't really serve a great purpose, I don't think. So Be Silly from Double Dip. I do have a code for Double Dip. It's Dip Jen 10. Jen is with 2 N's. That will save you 10% on the website for anything unless it's already on sale. So Dip Jen 10. Go buy all the stuff. All right, start off by stirring your powder as always. I do want to be prepped with every powder that I'm going to use. So that one is Be Silly. This one is Egyptian Love. This one also is from the Star Spangled Spark kit from Double Dip. And my fancy cleaner or stir stick here, just wipe it off and then it's ready to go. Got this from Amazon. I love it. It's a coffee stir stick. It's probably my best purchase ever, aside from dip powder, of course. So I'm going to try to get the white in here. So hopefully you understand what I'm doing now. Make sure that you stir your powder. It just doesn't, it doesn't dip well if you don't stir your product first. You get clumpy on your finger. All right, and so we're just going to pour some in here. It's all right if I spill it because I can just pour it back into the jar. Okay, I think that will be okay. So the theory behind this whole thing right here is that I can dip my finger in there. I think that's going to be deep enough. Yep, I think we're going to be okay. I just question if I'm going to end up having a straight line. That is a little concerning to me, but we shall see. Okay, so now I have all of my products ready to go, all my powders, I should say. I'm going to actually lift this up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now you can see all my powders. And I like using this guy for stability. So I am also using Double Dips liquids. So this is the base liquid. It is numbered, so it's number 2 because number 1 is the bonder, but it is always the red cap. So if you ever are wondering, they are color coded. Red is the first one. So I'm gonna do red, white, and blue. So we're gonna do, actually I should move my powders in the order of which I'll be using them. It's all about prep, right? Okay, so start off with a very, very thin layer of base coat, especially when you're going in and you're doing any kind of design. You want to make sure that the layer is definitely as thin as you can make it so that the powder stays where you put it. And be very careful around my cuticles. If you get any liquid on your skin, make sure that you wipe it off. So we're going to start with the red. Just make sure that your, oopsies, oh goodness. Make sure that your powder is flat, and then I'm just going to stick my nail in there about halfway. Not halfway, about a third of the way, I should say. Like that. It's not totally straight. My line isn't. That looks a little better. Okay, now here we go. Here we go. Let's see if this is gonna work. And just push it in there. Oh, it's working. Oh, it's not a super, super straight line. Actually, let's see if I can make it a little bit straight here. Okay, well, and then dip it in the blue there. Not so bad. I can see there's going to be a little bit of cleanup, but I think for what it is, it might actually work. It looks like a bomb pop, you know, those popsicles. I definitely don't have enough blue, so we'll go in with another coat. I think not bad for a first try. So we'll go in with another layer and see if we can get that a little bit more cleaned up and a little bit better. So I'm gonna let that dry before I go in for my base coat. All right, and then you want to make sure that you prepare your powder for the second. So tap them down and make sure that they're straight, making sure that they're level. I mean, if it's not level, then it's going to be harder to get that straight line. I'm going to do this next coat or next layer faster, just so that hopefully the powder or the liquid doesn't dry on me. it in here for just a little bit since it didn't really pick up last time. I hope it's... Oh, that looks better. That looks better. Still having a problem with the blue, so I'm going to try to go in there for another layer. Not totally straight. It's definitely hard to get straight lines. It definitely takes some practice, but maybe yours will be straighter than mine, your lines. Also, I'm kind of wishing that I didn't do the red as big. I should have gone a little bit more like at the tip there, but that's okay. You live and you learn, right? So I'm going to try to dip the blue. Actually, I'm going to dip all of them one more time. Make sure you wipe your brush before you put it back into the bottle. Oh, and look, I did not prepare myself. I didn't prep my powders. There we go. It doesn't look so terrible. Got a little bit more blue here than I wanted, but it's okay. Okay, so for this remaining white, you can see that I have some red in there, and that is why I wanted to separate it. I knew I was going to get contamination. So I bought these from Amazon. You can get different sizes. This one is the 1/2 ounce. It was pretty cheap, but what you can do for stuff like this, instead of, it's not a wasted powder, you can save the powders, the little bit of powders that you have left whenever you do, if you do like ombre or French dip, how you have powder in the French dip tray or something like this. Just save them and dump them all. You can dump them all in the same one and see what color you end up with at the end. Or, oh gosh, this lid is broken. There we go. You can save your powders. So you can figure out what you want to do at the end. You can either mix them all together, or you can have different colors and figure out which ones you want to mix and match. So nothing goes to waste. It's just you don't want to pour that back into your container of white, because otherwise your white is no longer white. So there is my bomb pop. It totally looks like an ice cream, that popsicle that I used to, it was my favorite one as a kid. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to encapsulate it with clear powder. I have my clear powder from Double Dip. I have a specific one for when I have glitter, and so that is this one. You can see that I do have some glitter chunks in there. So I want to be careful when I go to dip it that I try not to get the glitter on the white. It's happened before. It's not the end of the world if you get glitter on a solid piece of your mani, but you know, you spend so much time trying to make it look good, you want to make it look good. So to do that, just take my base coat and do a very thin layer of base coat. And what the clear powder does is it protects for when you're filing or shaping. If you have a powder that's thin already in color and you file or buff it, you can file right through the color. And then for the glitter, it protects it so that when you're filing and shaping, it never fails. I do always end up burnishing it, but not as much. You just protect it. And then also it makes it more of a smoother finish for the end product. I might do a second layer of clear. We'll see how this turns out. And make sure when you use your base coat over glitter that you have something to wipe your brush with before you put it back in. I think there's a little piece of glitter right there, but it's okay. There we go. Clear powder is stronger than pigmented color or pigmented powder. So if you're looking to add strength, I would put a layer of clear powder over your nails. So don't worry if your nail looks a little wonky and misshapen. Like you can tell mine doesn't look that great. We'll fix it when we go in and file. Here at the end, it was totally shaped before I dipped, and then the dip powder just made it look not so awesome. Okay, so once that dries, then we want to take our activator. Activator is what hardens the powder. If you don't remember to activate, then it's going to be very difficult for you to file and shape your nails. It just basically, it's like curing. That's what the activator does. It cures the powder. Since you don't have to actually cure it, I don't want that to be mistaken. It's not curing, it's like curing. Okay, and let that dry. Usually takes about 2 minutes before the activator is fully done. It's going to feel hard and you're going to think it's ready, but you should really give it the full 2 minutes just to make sure that it's been able to really go in and seep through all of those layers. So I will see you guys back here in 2 minutes. Okay, so now that that is hardened, the next step is to go in with your file and to file it and shape it and make sure that you are happy with how it's going to look for the final product. And I'm actually going to do this off camera because I really don't want to have a forever long video like I did the last time. So I will meet you guys back here. I'm going to file and buff and then wash my hands. So you do the same. All right, so washed my hands, filed all of those things. And so it looks like Pepsi. I might end up redoing this. I don't know. I think I would like it better if the red were not so dominating. I feel like I need to make that even. We'll see. We'll see what happens at the end. So I have changed my mind. I am going to use a sticker. I'm going to put a firecracker. Isn't those cute? Aren't those cute? Aren't those cute? I think those are cute. So I'm going to put a firecracker right there in the middle. So that's why I buffed my nail to make sure that the sticker will stick on there. And these stickers also came in Double Dip's Star Spangled Spark. There we go. In the Star Spangled Spark kit. So pull it right off. Oh, that came right off. Actually, I think I will use there we go. And then just press it on real good. I have found in my experience that Double Dip stickers work really well. They're very adhesive and they stick where you put them. Oh, that's cute. So I might not need to redo it since I put that on there. It's not as obvious that my lines aren't super straight. Fake it till you make it, right guys? Okay, so once you put your sticker on there, then you can do one of two things. You can encapsulate it in clear, and that's actually a really good idea, especially if you plan on wearing your nails for a while. It will help to protect your design. And of course, it'll give it a little bit of extra strength. Or you can just take a gel top coat. Or actually, you could even do the dip top coat, but you have to put activator on it first for it to dry. But the gel top coat will help also to keep the sticker on either way, whichever way you prefer. I'm going to do that off camera to keep my video short, so I will be right back with the finished product. Okay guys, last but not least, I want to make sure that you always show your cuticles some love. So put some cuticle oil on those bad boys. Your cuticles definitely take a beating, so you want to make sure that you apologize. So I'm using cotton candy scented cuticle oil from Candi Skin Care. It is my most favorite cotton candy. It's cotton candy anything, you will find me with it. I love it. So I also did a little bit of change up here. I know I didn't tell you guys I was going to do this, but I added some stickers here. So definitely now it's a mani repurposed. What do you guys think? I think I'm going to leave it. I don't think I'm going to redo this one. I don't think it looks half bad. Could it be better? Of course. There's always room for improvement. But I think ultimately, I think it turned out good. So leave me a comment below. Of course, if you have any questions, then do that as well. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.